Hi, my name is Lisa Sanford. I live in Potawatomi County, and I heard about the Uteach Epic program when my son was was in Epic, enrolled in Epic, and I knew that I wanted to pursue a career in education. I just didn't know exactly where in the educational system that I wanted to be in. After finishing my degree in psychology, I got a job as a paraprofessional. This classroom that I work in deals with in-school suspension students and social emotional learning, any sort of behavioral issues. While working with these students, I realized that my passion really was with the one-on-one helping the students with special needs. Any of our students that came in that were on a in-school suspension sort of platform, I had to help them with the lessons that they were missing in class and help them to figure it out, the best way for them to learn it. And that's where I found out that I really enjoyed special education, and I wanted to pursue that further in my career. Epic's model is really amazing. We loved it when my son was doing it. It's really great for students, I think, that are excelling in school because they get bored in the classroom, and this allows them to keep getting further along and not to get stagnant and bored with what they're learning and sort of start to not like school and education. But it also works really well with students that are struggling because they don't feel like they're keeping their class behind. A lot of students feel like they are burdening their class because they don't understand the material right away, and the teacher has to slow down for them, and that can really hurt their self-esteem. So I think that the EPIC model is really great for those students that are that just need a little extra too. Right out of high school, I had no idea what I wanted to be, and so when I saw this Uteach program, I knew that it was exactly for somebody like me. I went back to school. The last year of my education was spent at OSU on a completely online platform, so I know the pluses and the minuses of what it takes to be an online student, so I can help my students and the parents navigate that. I am a single mom of 3, and so being in the Uteach program would help me to financially support my family while pursuing the further education to continue my career path to become a special education teacher. We in our family are familiar with IEPs. IEPs are created by our educators, our team of educators, which includes the student and the parent. It's a platform where first off we start with the base of where our student is at, and then we can make a plan together to kind of fill the gap so that the student can progress forward with the rest of the class. The goal is that the student progresses forward with the rest of the class, and depending on how long the student needs to be on the IEP depends on how big that gap is, and it's very important for us to have a measurable quantity of like our goals and how they're going to be achieved, so that everybody involved knows exactly their place and their the performance that they're expecting from the student. Data-driven instruction is kind of what we do in all of our classrooms, where we give the information to our students. We make sure that they understand the information by testing them, giving them assessments, and then if the students aren't getting it, we kind of tweak it a little bit so that they do get it, and we keep trying until most or all of the students are on board, and if there are some stragglers, we assess it individually with either one-on-one tutoring or other ways. And then personalized learning is 100% what EPIC is, and it's when you cater to the individual student. Mostly the assignments are created to that person, and the the curriculum is chosen by the student, just like in EPIC, where they have all these different online curriculums, and the student gets to choose which one is best for them, which I think is amazing, because in this time, this day and age, most of our students, most of our young people don't feel that sense of autonomy, and that is really important for them as they develop their sense of self, which is what we do when we're children and we're in elementary school or junior high or high school. It also creates a very flexible learning environment, which is amazing for a lot of our students, because some of them, they need to stand. They need to move around too much. Maybe they don't work as well in the morning, or they don't work as well in the evening, or they get very distracted extremely easily by other students doing fidgeting or any of those other things. And so having a flexible learning environment, which personalized learning gives them, is kind of one of those great things that not everyone gets to experience, because not everyone gets to come to school at some place like EPIC. But it's thing that I think is extremely important. And the way that our school has done special ed, they definitely try to make it as personalized as possible, and they take the students out and they give them those tools. We have wiggle stools in our classroom, so that if I have a student who really can't just sit still to concentrate enough, I can put him on a wiggle stool and he or she will just kind of focus a little better. So that is personalized learning in a nutshell too. Thank you for your time.